Okay, so this is a special ranking for Halloween Horror Month. I'm going to rank all 15 of the Shudder movies, ones that I could find. Uh, I didn't include, they have to have Shudder on them somewhere. The one that I was conflicted on and didn't include was Better Watch Out, as I know it's available to watch on Shudder, and I've seen it advertised within the little Shudder ads, but it doesn't say Shudder on the back. So I didn't count that. But all these that say Shudder on it somewhere. So 15, which is a good number for a ranking. So 15 from worst to best, and this is just my thoughts, of course. There's one that's going to be very low on the list. A couple that are kind of low on the list. 3 that are not in the top 5 that people might put in their top 5 just because I had problems with them. So we'll start off with number 15, definitely the worst of the bunch, and that is Scare Me. Didn't really care for this one. There were some good performances, but I was let down because, these bottom 3 are all ones I was let down because I read the back of the box. And from the back of the box, it seems like 2 people stuck in a cabin telling stories. Okay, it's an anthology movie. Sort of. It's just them walking around acting out the things, and we're not actually getting it. And then when you devolve, and then it seems like they had this idea to do things, but then they needed an ending. So they turn on each other, and it really doesn't work for me. And it's certified fresh, which is why people might have a problem with it, but I didn't care for it. Next at number 14 is Downrange. Another one where I read the back of the box, and the idea is sound, but it just didn't work for me. The fact that we never know who it is, I always like a personal story. If this was someone who's very personal, going after these people, but it's a nobody. It's just someone sets up on a highway and kills whoever. It doesn't work for me. Some people might say, oh, well, it's the idea. The idea that there could be anyone out there and you can kill anyone. It doesn't have to be personal. I understand, but it just doesn't work for me. Number 13 is Hunted. Yeah, this one didn't sit with me at all. I read the back of the box, and it turns out, no, I didn't care for it. It's a sort of rape revenge, not really. It's a retelling of Red Riding Hood in a way, where she's being hunted by a human this time, and didn't really care. She gets revenge in the end, but by the end I was just like, okay, it's over now, thank you. Didn't really care. I like the bad guy. He's very much an asshole, and I want to see him die, but I didn't care. Number 12, Host. Get out your pitchforks. I didn't like this. I thought it was trying too much to be Unfriended, and like a British version of Unfriended. And while performances are good, it just didn't do anything for me. It felt, like I said, like a British ripoff of Unfriended, where everyone just gets, picked off. The entity was too ambiguous. I need to know more information. What is it? Why is it doing this? Did they summon it? Was the lady in on it? Who knows? I just, the lady they talked to, was she in on it? I don't know. I need more information. Some things are better left ambiguous, but in this case, I didn't enough. And to me, this next one, number 11, surprised me that it got up this far because I hated this movie. But it turns out these other 4 I liked the less, and that's Psycho Goreman. I've heard people ranting and raving about this film, and I find it annoying. The little girl is the most annoying character in a movie ever. I like the gore effects, and I like the whole Power Rangers-like aspect that it has. It really seems some kind of a tokusatsu, that's what they call the Japanese type of thing, and it's really cool. Maybe that's why it's up higher, but It's annoying. That song, and heckin' yeah, no one talks like that. Simon Miller, nobody talks like that. But, yeah, um, the mother turning on the husband, and the husband wants to help. I don't know. It just... Okay, number 10. This is the top 10 here. Is Son. And the only reason why this is up that far is because I like the performance of Andy Manichek. I like Emil Hirsch. The idea of something going on with your child, being a parent myself, trying to do anything you can to protect that child. Would I kill and or sacrifice someone for my child to feed on them? Probably not. But I'm just saying, it's a mother going to extreme lengths to protect her child, to help her child. I get that. As a father, a parent, I get that. But I wouldn't go that far. But just the second half and the ending and the obvious twist with Emil Hirsch's character just didn't work for me. So, alright. From here on up, more positive. Because I actually like these ones. I have little problems with them, but I actually like these ones. So number 9 is found footage 3D. And I like a good found footage film. This was alright. The only problem I have is that it feels like one of those, we're walking through and we're explaining a lot of things, and then last 20 minutes, boom, 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 dead. And it's like, you could have built things. There are little scares here and there throughout the film, but it seems like once we get to maybe a half hour, there's a half hour left in the film. Is that the glasses? Yeah, it's 3D glasses. Okay. When you get to like a half hour left in the film, all of a sudden, boom, 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 all the way. It's very rushed to the end of the film, and I just didn't like it. But this is one I rewatched it many times, so I will gladly rewatch it again. Next is Train to Busan. Number 8 is Train to Busan Peninsula. And as you can see, it says Shudder on the back. Right there. Those of you who are worried. This is one that was one of the last minute add-ons, of the 3 last minute add-ons, because I didn't realize it was a Shudder movie. But, yeah, I thought this was a decent zombie film. Not good, not great, but decent. Where I think the biggest problem I have with it is that it, after having the great zombie film contained, try to go out more, and they didn't have the right money for the CGI. The CGI looks kind of sketchy, and it just became one of those zombie films that you don't want to see, where man is just as big as a monster, or humankind is just as big as a monster as the zombies. So, yeah. But I would rewatch it again. I think it was fun. Number 7 is Revenge. A rape revenge film, obviously. Revenge. The performances in this movie were really good. And I thought that she did a very good job. Even though she doesn't have many lines towards, the second half of the film, I thought that the villain was a very hated villain. He is so much in his own world and not wanting to get caught cheating on his wife that instead of doing anything about his friend raping her, he just says, nope, let's kill the bitch. That's evil. That is pure evil. You're so into yourself. You're so wanting to protect your own interests that you know. Yeah. Alright, number 6 is Haunt. This was one that came out of nowhere for me. I really liked it. And I heard a lot of people talking about it, but I really liked it. The performances in this movie, I think Damian Maffei, whatever you pronounce his name, he plays the devil character. I thought this was really good. I thought that this movie was, I think this movie is one of the better, we're going through a haunted, take like Dark Ride is another one with a really good twist, but mind you too, and this one was one of those, we're going to go through a haunted house thing, and turns out some of the stuff is real. I think this does it better than The House is October Built. And it's not found footage, but it's still really good. Alright, another surprise was number 5, The Beach House. The beach house was one I wasn't expecting, alright? I thought it was going to be this. Okay, so it says, this isn't one I read the back, but this one actually was a good thing. Hoping to reunite their relationship, college students Emily and Randall arrive at their weekend getaway on this couple, because the older couple are already staying there. You'll agree to share the home, but after indulgent night of partying, they are awoken to a living nightmare of apocalyptic proportions. A mysterious airborne microbe has affected the waters, making its way to the house. See, I didn't read that last part. I thought the danger was this old couple were gonna go nuts and attack them. That's what I thought it was. But it's a virus movie. This virus is starting to make them hallucinate, and very good effects and stuff. It's very good. The ending is a downer, but I think it works, and I think this is fantastic. All right, we get to the fun now. Number 4 is slacks. Killer pants. Killer jeans. Need I say more? This was fun. It's stupid, but it's fun. It's so bad it's good, and I highly recommend it. I don't want to ruin this movie for you, so just go buy this movie. It's fantastic. This is what this deserves. Number 3, The Mortuary Collection. This is another one that surprised me, alright? In a good way. The double twist alone in this film is fantastic. Where you get this mortician, he's telling this teenage girl, supposedly teenage girl, this woman, stories, and then it's revealed that she said she's a babysitter, she's watching this kid, but turns out she's a serial killer, she's a escaped mental patient gone nuts, and she wants the tooth of the kid. But then in another twist, because she stabs the mortician, in another twist, it turns out he's dead, and she's the next mortician. It's a nice twist. Alright, bottom 2. The final 2. You know what they are. We got Mayhem, we got The Cleansing Hour. Which made it, which is number 2. Number 2 is Mayhem. Now, I really enjoyed this movie, and I have reasons why The Cleansing Hour makes number 1, but I enjoyed this movie. The 2 performances, fantastic. The gore, fantastic. The direction, they're fantastic. This movie is fantastic. I gave it a pretty good. I probably should have gave it a to the moon, but I thought it was good. And number 1, of course, is The Cleansing Hour. And the reason this gets it is because the storytelling in this movie. The storytelling in this movie, not only in the present day scenes, but in the flashbacks where you've seen what he went through. And he found out, what's his name? Max found out about the corruption. He wanted to be a priest. He wanted to live that kind of lifestyle, but he found out about the corruption, so he decided to do it his own way. Well, he's not actually ordained, and he was trying to he ended up trying, to do, using it to make money, and maybe he went down the wrong path, but he had his reasons for why he did it. So why he was corrupt, he had reasons. He didn't want to be like them, even though he was kind of being like I'm just saying, I like the storytelling. I like the performances are pretty great, especially from her. Like, she had to be like 2 different entities, be herself. She had to be normal when she was herself, and then look all creepy when she was the demon. Very good. That's why it's number 1. So what are your thoughts on my ranking? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.